Alright, butina for Michachi Obia na NDC omo chairman make clear Johnson Asiedu Nketia edin nsɛm bi ba beto abɔntene a ɔkyerɛ Matthew Opoku Prempeh ɛnam ɔno so nti sɛ Matthew Opoku Prempeh yɛ energy minister ɛnam ɔno so nti no University of Energy and Resources UNE ɛwɔ Sunyane no ɛnam ɔmo so nti no ɔmo ntimi anya medical na yɛn nyinaa nim sɛ firi sɛ NDC for ye opposition party nti no ɔmo pɛ sɛ ɔmo twa ntoro bebree sɛ ɔmo betimi aboa na ɔmo atimi aba aban mu no na Matthew Opoku Prempeh atimi aba abɔnten de nsɛm bi aba abɛto abɔnten a wɔkyerɛ sɛ ɔde Asiedu Nketia bɛfa mmara kwan so pa ɛnyɛ asɛm ketewa abusuafo yɛn nsɛm mɛkɔ ne kwakuti ɔmanhene ɛne ne crew nsɛm a ɔmo kafa saa nsɛm yi ho a Johnson Asiedu Nketia ɛkafa Matthew Opoku Prempeh ho na abɛsisi a na ɛnɛ de kan ɔte ɔde no TV a mɛma awɛm sɛ ɔbɛ subscribe to our channel ɔbɛ like na do adwen kyerɛ so ɛgu comment section kama mede obi bi ase.
The DOBMC EFRI, the office of the Honorable Member of Parliament for Menchia South constituency, and that's Honorable Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh. He says, ignore Asiedu Nketia's distortions. Matthew Opoku Prempeh, as Education Minister, never blocked UNE from obtaining medical school. And I read, Energy Minister and former Minister for Education, Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh, popularly known as NAPO, has become aware of sentiments attributed to the National Chairman of the Opposition National Democratic Congress, NDC, in a Ghana web publication of 30th November 2023, to the effect he, as Education Minister, blocked the University of Energy and Natural Resources, Sunyane, from obtaining a medical school. Whilst this statement exposes the NDC National Chairman as not well informed on matters pertaining to the subject matter of tertiary education in Ghana, it is important to refute same in the following response. 1. For the education of Mr. Asiedu Nketia, it is not true the Minister for Education that approves and accredits programs and courses in universities. This is a function of the Ghana National Tertiary Education Commission, formerly the NCTE, and the National Accreditation Board. The Executive Director, Professor Salifu, an appointee of former President Mahama, predated Dr. Prempeh's stint at the Ministry of Education and remained in office throughout his time as minister. Johnson Asiedu Nketia could have easily verified this from him. 2. There was no time during the tenure of Dr. Prempeh that a decision to establish a medical school was alluded to by Mr. Nketia came before Dr. Prempeh, even for his opinion, let alone approval. The processes for establishing universities and the accreditation of programs and courses have never been a ministerial decision. 3. From the foregoing, Mr. Asiedu Nketia will be pardoned for a genuine ignorance on the subject matter. However, if it was born out of mischief and propaganda against the person of Dr. Prempeh given the electioneering campaign season, then it is dead ab initio because the facts speak for themselves. The general public is thus advised to reject outrightly these uninformed claims by the NDC National Chairman, treating them with the total contempt they deserve. And it's signed, quickly let me just check, it's signed Kofi Abrefi Afna, press aid to the Minister Energy, Honorable Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh.
And as you know, it is ideas that transform nations. It's not raw materials, it's not oil and gold, but ideas. What comes from your mind, what comes from your brain, that is what transforms nations. And the idea of you start is a transformational idea. This event marks a significant chapter in the government's journey toward job creation, prosperity, and economic transformation. Again, this remarkable event shares the results of the implementation of the YouStart Ghana Jobs and Skills Project and the Ghana Economic Transformation Project. These two government projects, funded by the World Bank through the Ministry of Finance and the Ministry of Trade and Industry, and implemented by the Ghana Enterprises Agency to provide capacity building on business management, technical assistance, and grant funding to selected startups and micro, small, and medium enterprises. I am honored today to witness the tangible results of collaborative efforts between government, the private sector, and the World Bank. I extend my deepest appreciation to the Ghana Enterprises Agency, led by its dynamic CEO, Mrs. Nketia, for renewing their team, for renewing their unwavering commitment to fostering growth and development of startups and MSMEs. I also want to say a special thank you to the Minister of Finance and Economic Planning, Honorable Ken Ofori-Atta. He is the brainchild of YouStart, and I want you to give him a special round of applause. We discussed this YouStart. He said he had this vision of YouStart, and we thought it was possible, and he has made it happen. Congratulations and thank you, Ken Ofori-Atta. I would also like to thank the Minister for Trade and his Industry, Honorable Katie Hammond, for his leadership on these valuable and oversight responsibility of these invaluable programs. The government is also thankful to our key development partners, including the World Bank, for both its technical reviews and provision of funding towards the implementation of these transformational projects. Today, we meet here to celebrate the strides made by the YouStart intervention. The outstanding results of these interventions are an indication that transforming lives of the Ghanaian youth and creating a prosperous future for our nation is possible. Over 30,000 young persons and MSMEs have already received between 4 to 5 days of business management training. It is even more exciting to note that these initiatives are ongoing efforts by the government under the leadership of His Excellency, the President, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, to create an entrepreneurial economy, an initiative he is